Hey, it's just out there in the back garden thinking about all this stuff that's happened recently, and I just wanted to share a couple of wee thoughts and poems with you. It's very weird, kind of spending 15 years or so kind of under a rock, and doing your stuff. And it made me think of this wee poem about Sibylle Baier I wrote. Sibylle Baier was apparently a very talented songwriter, and I just discovered her through the YouTube algorithm, and she just wrote her songs, in the kitchen, just because she had to. And it's a little bit similar to the world I've been in and I'm in. She decided to, I guess, just be a mom, and not to pursue like a music career. But she wrote this amazing song that really affected me so deeply. I can't put it into words. So please look it up and listen to it. It's like a perfect song. It's one of my favorite songs. Sibylle Baier, Sibylle Baier, and her song was called "I Lost Something in the Hills." It's absolutely devastating. So I wrote this wee poem for her. I wrote these series of poems I call guitar licks. They're just to do with my own musical kind of adventure. Okay. Sibylle, when your song arrived to me through the YouTube algorithm, your perfect song, I lost something in the hills. Your song that traveled through time, escaping Emily Dickinson's drawer, through the dark matter of neglect, passing by all the songs that don't matter, recorded in the kitchen while the kids were sleeping. Your song that passed by record executives with coke on their noses, passed on by, past the possibility of being passed on. It arrived to me like the light of a distant star, long since gone. And then I was thinking about my amazing wife, my angel, Carrie, and that piece that I recorded for classical guitar, the chaconne, the Bach chaconne. I mean, he wrote that after his first wife died, and I've tried to kind of put myself in his place. The video of it kind of depicts my wife is in the video, and I try and kind of depict that situation. But I was sitting out in the garden there, just thinking with the dogs, and our kitchen's being kind of worked on, so the kids and Carrie are at her parents' house, and I'm just here at home, and the dogs are a wee bit, out of sorts because of all the changes and all the boxes and stuff. And so I went outside, and I throw a few treats in the garden for them to find. My big dog's a bloodhound, and that's what he looks forward to. Kind of keeps him alive. He's like 13, nearly 13. For a bloodhound, that's like in his 90s. And then I've got this wee dog who's a part Chihuahua, part mystery. So I was out there throwing some treats for them, and I was just thinking about my wife. Even through all this stuff where Rick made this video, and people are suddenly kind of interested in your music and buying CDs and getting the box stuff. And I just kind of broke down, to be honest, thinking about my amazing wife. So I just want to write sorry, I just want to read a couple of these wee poems I wrote for her. And to be honest, these are true. If nothing happened in the world of music for me, and I just had her, I would have everything. And I just want to read a couple of these poems while I'm honest enough to share them. This one is Love Note number 12. Why should we even bother going to the symphony? I could just lie here on the bed, watching you getting ready through 2 cracked doors, your curtain hair parting in front of the silver screen, putting on makeup like an orchestra tuning up, the claret clarinet of lipstick, the pianissimo pulse of your mascara baton, the little bells and triangles hanging from your ears, your mouth opening for silent soprano scales as the toothbrush rushes back and forth across the lower molars like a tremolando violin bow. And this is another one from my dear angel. It's Love Note number 2. And it's a wee bit about my journey from coming from Ireland. And very, very difficult, you know, coming from Ireland to Houston. You know, when you're in Ireland, you're thinking like, oh, let me get out of here and go into America. Sounds very glamorous. But then we arrived in Houston, which is, you know, I remember it fondly because of the great people that were there, like Ian McLaughlin, Frank Mata, Brian Gowan, and his kids, Kelly Gowan. These lovely people that welcomed us, but a very hot place. So in this poem, I've depicted as Hades. Sounds a bit extreme. But for all of the hard things, I met my wife there. And it doesn't matter how difficult it is just to meet her. You know, I would just swap everything for her, even the guitar. And I love the guitar. Like, I love music. But compared to her, it's not enough. So this is Love Note number 2. Me, plucked from my friends, school, country, plucked into the air and out of the air towards you. 1 suitcase, 1 guitar, Orphean, plucking my way through Houston Hades, looking for you. I pluck it quietly for you at your bedside, for you in concert halls, for you by mountain rivers, for you delivering our daughter. It is my only earthly strength. Yet I prefer you. You are more. You are what I am for. If made to choose, I would smash it like a cathedral rubbled in some terrible war. I would send it down the river like a toy boat, laughing, sinking it with stones. I would leave it on the tracks and wait for the train. I would bury it like a pile of old bones, or just abandon it there alone in the rain, if only to behold you, plucking the apple of the first morning, inviting me to start the world all over again.